classmates, ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. Alright, I know, you may be thinking, I've heard this quote 1,000 times. At least that's what I thought when my mom suggested it to me for my speech. But then as I was thinking about it, I realized a different approach to it, maybe. And that's what I'm going to share with you today. First of all, John F. Kennedy says not to ask what your country can do for you, but I'm going to tell you anyway. We are blessed with the country that we live in, and we have so many rights and privileges that we take for granted every day. For example, we live in this country of order and security. We don't have to worry about people coming in and taking over our country. Sure, it's a risk, but it's not a daily fear that we have to live with. We also have all these parks around here that we can just enjoy life in and relax and walk through, and those wouldn't be possible without our government and our country. And I think maybe one of the biggest blessings that we have is public education. Now, I know a lot of people, as I'm walking down the halls, complain about our school and how they don't like it and so forth, but I think that we are blessed to have this environment to learn in and the wonderful teachers that we have to help us in the learning process. And this comes to us virtually for nothing. I mean, our parents have to pay their taxes and all, and we have to pay for our books, but it's not like I have to fork over a bunch of money just to get an education. And I think that's something that maybe we don't realize or we just take for granted. But now that I've answered the question of what our government can do for us, I'd like to examine what you can do for our country, which is the essence of John F. Kennedy's quote. Now, the task may seem overwhelming of doing something for the country. I mean, there are so many things to do and there are so many people to reach. But on a smaller scale, I think if we can try to make a difference in one person's life, then we can still achieve doing something for our country, even though it's on a smaller scale. I mentioned earlier that I like to work with little kids, and I like to influence their lives to go into the right direction. And so I encourage you to look at what you like to do and to do that to the best of your ability for our country. There are some things that take only seconds to do, like picking up trash when you're walking down the street. But on a small scale, that's something that you can do for your country. So now that I've answered the question of what your country has done for you, surely you can think of something you can do to give back to our country.